Hey, Brad here with another quick video. Um, Had a customer send in a Robotron board set here recently. This is out of a cocktail Robotron, which are pretty elusive machines. Apparently, this one's in real nice condition. The boards look pretty good. Had a few issues that we went through, but really just from watching my video, Jim wanted these boards gone through and brought up to speed with modern stuff. He knows a lot of the components age, and so we did that. I'll go through what we did to the boards. We'll go through and boot them and do a little gameplay. And let me switch over to the bench cam. So here we've got the MPU. This is a Rev D, and this had those. I've showed another video. These three inductors here. The original ones are vertical and they bend, and a lot of times they break and cause issues. So I removed those and put these horizontal, more rigid ones in here. Same inductance value. We've got brand new Nichicon filter caps here for the -5, +5, and 12 volts coming in. Also put a tantalum 22 microfarad cap here for the soft start. This is kind of the supervisory circuit. It allows the 5 volts and the other voltages to come up and become stable before it releases the reset on the CPU to start executing code. Um, what else do we do here? We've got a new Zener diode back here. The original one is 3.6 volts. I replace it with the 4.7. And again, this basically ensures that the voltage for the board is at the proper level before the reset comes off. And let's see, going down the board here, we went through and put a new battery holder with the CR2450. These have a lot of capacity compared to the CR2032s, and there's zero risk of off-gassing or alkali damage, corrosion damage, folks call them. Went through and pulled all the RAM, cleaned the legs, polished everything up. This board did get all the labels removed and simple green bath. Coming back this way, both of the video decoders and the CPU were pulled, legs cleaned, straightened. Uh, Decoder 6 got a new reproduction label on it. We also have all new Molex headers with the square pins. Did socket the CMOS RAM here. Thought we were having an issue with that. It turned out this little uh, transistor here for the memory protect had a broken leg on it from being bent. We did straighten out all the other transistors on the board. Everything looks good, but we've got that one changed and we put a socket in. So if the customer ever wants to go to a NV non-volatile RAM or have an issue with this, it's an easy change now that it's got a nice socket in it. So back here on the ROM board, so the ROMs that were in this just had handwritten paper labels on it. I think this ROM board may have been from a Joust originally, and someone reprogrammed them. And the customer had seen some videos where we go through the tie-dye version that was done, back in 2016, something like that. Eugene, Jarvis, and Larry got together and added a bunch of cool features. And this one also has a mod that Cinemax did for the pause mode. We added it to this set. So it's got, I was able to remove the labels, erase and reprogram all of these for that version. We've got nice vinyl reproduction labels on here and a couple reproduction labels on the special chips here, the blitters. We've got a new ribbon cable. Again, this one got stripped down and simple greened. We've got new filter caps, all new Molex headers, uh, all the labels repositioned nicely. No smoking gun here. I/O board was pretty straightforward too. New ribbon cable, new filter cap, two new 10-pin Molex headers with the square pins. Again, this one is cocktail mode, so you'll notice here the jump ring for cocktail mode is different. And what that does is basically tells the game that if you're playing a two-player game, if player two is active, then it initiates the screen flip, to go to both sides of the table where each person's seated. And then back here on the soundboard, label was missing on the ROM, all original capacitors, so it got all new electrolytics. We've got a new bridge rectifier here. I pulled the fuses and cleaned the legs, straightened up the amplifier, put new heatsink compound between that and the voltage regulator here, the 7805. All square pin Molex headers, pulled the CPU and EEPROM, cleaned and straightened the legs, put a reproduction label on that guy here. The crystal on this, the crystal oscillator was smashed. The original ones are pretty big and upright. So I pulled that off and put a nice modern low profile crystal on and a couple new caps just because the other ones stood pretty prone on the board. So this looks much cleaner. And then again, it's polished up and gone through. So let me switch back over to camera here and we'll boot this up and do a little gameplay. Okay, so on my bench, I've showed this before. I've got a little remote control that I use. These boards, when I run these on the bench too, I do have, the isolation transformer, the step-down transformer, and I run an original linear power supply, heavy gauge wire for power. So my bench setup here is very solid for running Williams games. So let me go ahead and power on here. We'll boot it. And again, for the audio and the video for the game, I'm sampling that digitally. I used to film it with a camera. It was a little janky, but this is a better setup. So you can see she boots right into a track mode, which indicates, the CMOS RAM, battery, all that's working real well. There is a part number, if you will, for the game, for the tie-dye version, and even with the pause mode that's encoded into that high score table. I've got it noted on my site, and I can put a link in the video here as well. So let me go ahead and coin it up, and we'll start a game. Keep in mind, I'm much better at fixing these boards than I am at playing typically. So I'll drop into diagnostics here. You can see that it's playing fine. So ROMs, it goes right into the RAM test. No RAM errors. No CMOS errors detected, so it's able to read and write both to the low area and the high area of the CMOS. And we'll go through some. It'll just loop back. And then this is the switch test. So again, this board set is for a cocktail, so we are using a lot more of the inputs than we normally do on the upright version. So I did test all 18 inputs. I've done a separate video on how I use a splat board to do that. I'll try to add the link to that video in the description below. But anyway, I test these boards. They have two 10-pin headers, and so that's a total of 20 pins. Two of those are dedicated ground just to bring out to your control panel what is the ground, and then you've got 18 dedicated inputs that the hardware can convert to a signal for the programmers to use as inputs. So Splat actually uses all 18, so that's why I use that board to test it. Robotron with the two-player mode here for Cocktail gets close to that, but there's still a couple unused inputs, and I like to test them all. So this has been fully tested. I can just show you a couple here. I've got my little PlayStation controller. I'll do the move up, down, left, right, and then fire up, down, left, right. We've got left coin, player one start, auto up and down, and then when I hit the advance, I'll actually leave this screen. And then we've got solid red, green, and blue. And then we go into color bars, go to some bookkeeping data, and then where we go into game setting. And this is where you can set free play, and I can go over and set that right now to free play while we're here, I think. There's free play. And then you can put a fancy attract enabled, which is by default. You can set how many letters on here. And again, with this version, with the tie-dye, the vanity mode is enabled, so you can fill the whole high score table with your initials. Originally, on the original code, I think it only held 5 or something like that. So, and there's a lot more. It shows you how many free guides you have in this mode. There's all kinds of enhancements it's done on this tie-dye version. So, and then after that, you just drop right back into track mode. So that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys liked watching it. Hopefully be doing some more here. I've got some time off over the Christmas break here, and we'll see you around for the next one. Thanks for watching.